Hi everyone, my name is Heaven Aguileta. This is my testimony. So I used to be a prostitute for 5 years. It started out, I was a stripper first, and then I was a prostitute. And every day, not every day, but like towards the end of the time that I was a prostitute, like every time I would drive to work, I would get chest pain, really bad chest pain, and then I would get like a sick feeling in my stomach, and I thought I was having a heart attack like a few times. I went to the emergency room for it. And anyway, all at the same time, something kept telling me, if you don't change, you're gonna go to hell. And I mean, I hadn't been like in a church for like 10 years, so it's not like anyone was telling me that. But something was telling me that, like in my mind, if you don't change, you're gonna go to hell. If you keep doing this, you're gonna go to hell. And anyway, it did that that happened for maybe about 2 weeks. And then like after that was going on for 2 weeks, I went on the hold on, I have to move my phone, it's raining. I went on my tablet, not my tablet, my laptop, and I was looking up people that had died and went to hell, near-death experiences. And I was so freaked out because I could just feel in my heart and in my soul that if I got into a car accident that day, I would probably go to hell, like 99.9% chance of going to hell. And so, so I was watching it for like 2 weeks, and 2 weeks later, it was nighttime. I closed up the computer and I started praying out loud, and I made God a promise. I said, God, I promise you I'll never commit any sexual sin ever again. But I don't know what else to do. This is all I know how to do. But I promise you I'm never going to do this again. And so I prayed that, and I went to sleep. And like the very next morning, I just woke up, my eyes, I was just looking at the ceiling, and I heard a deep man's voice. And he said you could do massages without it being sexual. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I'm not schizophrenic and I don't ever hear voices. And it was so deep and loud, like it sounded like it was like really close to me in my room. And so ever since that day, I started only doing like regular, like therapeutic massages, and customers used to call me massage missionary, because ever since that day, all I could do was talk about God. So I would be massaging them and just talking about God the whole time. And so that was like my nickname, massage missionary. But anyway, and whenever I prayed that, I had a vision that I was gonna be homeless. I was like under a bridge, and I was holding up a sign and like a cup begging for money, and I was homeless. And I didn't think nothing of it, but I had that vision, and I've been having visions my whole life. I've been having visions my whole life, like since I was 7 years old. And my visions are always, true, but I didn't want to think nothing of that one, because like, who wants to be homeless, right? And so so while I prayed that, I said, God, I promise you I won't ever commit any sexual sin again. I'm done. And then I had that vision, and I knew with that vision, I knew that I wasn't going to break my promise to him. Even if I had to be homeless, I was going to honor my promise to him. And fast forward, the vision ended up coming to pass, and I ended up being homeless. And now this October 4th coming up will be 5 years that I've been homeless. And I do feel like he's punishing me for what I did. I ruined a lot of people's lives. I ruined a lot of marriages. I was a home wrecker. And customers used to tell me, oh, you're just taking care of your kids. You're just, you're not doing anything wrong. But you know what? The devil is the liar. You know in your heart what you're doing is wrong. So if you're doing that, you know in your heart, it doesn't matter what anyone says. They say things not only to make you feel better, but they say lies to make themselves feel better, because they're, the customers going into the strip club and paying for prostitutes, they're just as guilty as the prostitute. And so they tell you stuff so you don't want to quit doing what you're doing, and to make excuses for what you're doing, but really there's no excuse. Even if you're homeless, God will take care of you. He's not going to let you starve. Look at me, I'm still alive. He's been taking care of me. Anytime that someone comes, people come in the middle of the night, so I can't sleep. I can't sleep at night because I'll get kidnapped or raped or robbed or anything. But God actually wakes me up about 5 minutes before someone's gonna come. I sleep like I'm dead. I'm such a good sleeper. But if someone's about to come and hurt me or anything, God will wake me up about 5 minutes before. I just open my eyes and be wide awake, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I know somebody's coming. And I'll just be ready for them, I'll be ready for them with my machete next to me. And, anyway, I just wanted to share my testimony with everyone. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It would really help. And thank you so much for watching, and God bless everyone. Bye.